Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Secret Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for... I'm trying to fix a camera because it looks like so, so dark. It's in the morning. It's like early morning. I think it's like 7:30 or 8. We just came from a walk. Yes, sometimes that early. Sometimes 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how to do it, you guys. Maybe I just hold it for a minute. So, yeah, it's July, August 1st. Yay, August, right? My birthday month. I don't really celebrate my birthday. It's like whatever, We get old and that's it. All right. I had a nightmare last night, This is something that happens often. I don't really talk about it, you know. Every so often I'll have me a nightmare and then I'll be okay because from the nightmare, oh, you guys, I'm sorry. It's because I don't want to really hold it. It's from the nightmares, like I will wake up and then I'll feel the dogs right there and I'll know, okay, I was dreaming, don't trip out. It's like kind of like these are my emotional support pets, they're just not documented as that, but they help with that. But like the past couple days, because you guys know, even I put out a message yesterday and I made a video too about, self-destruction and all that. And these are things I think about often out here by myself, right? The thing about me, though, as opposed to before, was I had a problem controlling it, right? I had a problem controlling it, and then I would try to do it, And I noticed nowadays it's different because, well, I kind of figured it out this morning on the walk. I look kind of sloppy, but it's okay. When I interact with people and I'm reminded of traumas of the past because of them, something is triggered inside. Like, I don't know what it is, right? It causes some kind of chemical imbalance for the moment. I know that for sure. And, so, and the nightmare I had, of course, was, falling off the ship and falling into the rudders and getting ground up like ground meat, Like that's a reoccurring dream that happens every so often. And then when I wake up from that, because it's such a devastating nightmare, I start thinking, oh, because it's so scary and so devastating that like I don't ever want to dream it again, and that's when I'll start thinking like weird stuff. Like I don't want to live through this anymore, right? But but then I feel my doggies right there and I'm like, oh, I gotta live for them. They would be lost without me. They love me. You know what I mean? So that's another thing that keeps up hope for me. And so, we went for the walk and I was thinking, I was like, what brought that on? And I realized because the past couple days I've been dealing with some kind of like weird feelings, disappointing feelings of disappointment, right? Because I recognized something that happened to me because I interacted with someone and it reminded me of something from the past, which is also why I made those videos again, because I was being reminded of trauma and abuse and neglect and just all that stuff. So, I just saw the number 444. So that I'm going to have to look that up after. I believe in the numerology stuff. I believe in the angel numbers, whatever, People might think I'm weird, but it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, I figured stuff out. When I interact with people and I can sense some sort of deception there, it always leads to nightmares, bad thoughts, blood pressure going up, worry, and stuff like that. That's why I'm out here alone, you guys. It's so hard for me to interact with people because people remind me of traumas. Because not everybody, okay? I can go to the store and go get my things and chit chat with people around, and sometimes nothing happens. But then when I recognize a deception out here, that's when something is triggered. That's why it's kind of like I kind of want to not hang out with too many people. And so, like yesterday, I was thinking some stuff, and it was like a tough moment. So what I did is I went to the neighbor friend over here, the guy and his dad, the gay guy, because I met him like at the beginning of last month, you know. And we stayed over there at the last spot, and then he said he was coming here, and I came here too. We're just not right next to each other, but I know he smoked pot. And because I was feeling some sort of way, I was like, "Hey, can I hit your your weed?" And I did. And you know what? That helped me to relax. Yeah, substantially. It helped me to relax, and I was like, "Oh man, thank you so much." And so I felt better. And I came back here and I was thinking about stuff, and I was trying to like pick things apart in my mind about what's going on and how come, I'm feeling this way. It's because I interacted with somebody who triggered me. Yeah, yeah. That guy doesn't, sometimes he's in a not a very good mood, but at least he's not like he's nice to me. Like he's not trying to do anything at all to deceive me or hurt me. Right? He's very nice, and I've actually discussed some stuff with him, and it's cool. So today I'm going to probably go down to the weed shop, and because I've noticed, cuz also not this week, but like maybe the week before or even the week before that, I had another dream. And it's one of those dreams you can't wake up from. Like I will be trying to open my eyes. I don't know if I'm doing it in the dream or in real life, but like I want to wake up from this nightmare, really, and I don't want to experience it anymore, and I'm sitting there and I'm trying to open my eyelids, and it's so hard to do. I don't know what kind of dream that is, but I try to wake myself up from it, and sometimes it's so difficult. I eventually get there because I fight, you know what I mean? I fight in my dream to wake up, and I do. And so I had a dream like that also. And I haven't had one of those dreams at least a year. So that's a sign to me that there was deception in my life by someone. And so, of course I cut that person loose, because they're causing trauma in my life. They're reminding me of other deceptions, of other experiences I had. So that's how I have to do it. If there's any sign of deception in my life of any sort, like my body reacts to it. And so, and I'm not saying everybody's like this, but there's a lot of people out there trying to deceive other people for just a number of different types of things. And I can't be around those people. I really can't, because they trigger me, and then I start having nightmares. My blood pressure my health declines substantially. And and I don't want to be on all these pills that the VA wants to give. I want to figure shit out, and I want to stop that. You know, um, so I figured out that I just got to cut certain people out of my life, people who I feel are trying to deceive me. And it's not very often. Like, I haven't had a deceptive person around me since Texas. So, I mean, and Texas was months ago, you know what I mean? So everything has been very nice until I experienced a person who was, not very honest or was trying to be deceptive. And at first, I didn't realize it. I thought this was a cool person. I thought this was a friend, but no, it wasn't. It was a deceptive person. So I was like, oh, and so I had cut that person out, last week, and I started feeling better. Yeah, I started feeling better, and it was like, it's kind of like my body was telling me, you know there's something wrong in your life, you need to stop this, you know and then I would sit and I would ponder and I would think, and I was like, you know what, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Because I was overthinking stuff. When you overthink stuff and you can't figure something out about a person, place, or thing, that person, place, or thing that you are overthinking about is the trauma. You need to get rid of that person, place, or thing from your life. You don't want to be stuck trying to figure things out or wonder. You need to cut that out. And once that happened, okay. But then yesterday, like, I was triggered a little bit, because I was overthinking, because I do that out here. And that's when I went and I did a little puff, and then I chit chatted with the guy for a little bit, and everything was cool. Came back. I just made a sandwich and kind of pretty much relaxed. Another thing that helps me too to deter myself from having nightmares is I will put on the phone and listen to like a sleepy time relaxation music or something, right? Or something that's listenable, like a book on, or something that just keeps rolling, and then I don't have the nightmares. But I have noticed that when it stops, because sometimes the phone will run out of juice and it'll stop, and then I'll have a dream. It won't necessarily be a nightmare, but it'll be a dream, you know. And I noticed that too. Like, if you notice that you have a hard time having dreams or remembering your dreams, or maybe you think you don't dream, it could be because you're playing something during the night, like music or whatever. That will deter your mind, so if you're having nightmares, you can try that, because I noticed that does that for me. So if you're having nightmares or things that you're having problems, and you wake up in a cold sweat and you're just like, oh my god, what was that, put on some music, or some I don't suggest any music with words, because you're putting those words in your mind, and a lot of the music today, they're not very good words. They talk about not very good things. So I suggest like a music instrumental something, put that on, and see if it kind of makes the nightmare subside. It's worth a try. It works for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to use, alcohol, drugs, pharmaceuticals, whatever. But because I've told you guys before, like, I'm not against pot, because I've used it before and it has helped, especially in the stressful times, because it'll make me stop and think. When I do it, I stop and I think and I ponder. You know what I'm saying? And so when I did that, yeah, I stopped and I thought and I pondered and I figured some stuff out for myself, right? For myself. And it worked. So, like, I'm going to go into town today. I'm going to get me a disposable. But I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm going to put it aside. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like accepting things from other people, because who knows what's in it. You know what I mean? He had the flour. And what if some people be putting bad things in it? Fentanyl, whatever, I don't want to take that risk. So I'm going to go and get my own, and I'm going to put it away. And if this should happen again, then I can just take a little puff, because it works well on me, because I haven't been doing it for months now. I think it's been about 8 months. Yeah, now that I think about it, because I think it's been about 8, maybe even more, maybe even longer. The last time I was in Texas, I stopped the CBD, but then from Texas, I went to a whole bunch of other, it might even be longer than 8 months. I haven't really kept count, but I think it's been longer. So I'm just going to have it and I'm going to put it away. And if I happen to have some sort of, nightmare or thoughts, that I shouldn't be having, I'll just take a puff. I'll just take a little puff and I'll just kick back and, um, but I would like to have it on hand. I don't want to be on pharmaceuticals because I also have noticed that I have allergic reaction to those. And a lot of those also led to having bad nightmares, wanting to hurt myself. And yeah, people don't realize that some of even the medications they might be on might be leading them to, doing bad things to themselves too. So watch out for that, because we're basically guinea pigs. When they give you pharmaceuticals, they don't know how you're going to react to it, and it could hurt you, or you could hurt yourself, because like I said, they're using you as a guinea pig. I believe in all natural stuff. This is why I believe in the THC, but I don't believe in doing it every single day. If you're doing it every single day, you are overly stressed out, and you need to figure out how to unstress yourself. And just doing that every day is not going to help you. You have to change your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You have to eat better. That's why I like being out here and having the dogs, because, yeah, they keep me busy. They keep my mind off things. They help me to think when I'm out there. I think and I ponder too, but sometimes the thoughts overpower, and that's where I need to step back and think. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I woke up this morning. I had a bad nightmare last night. I was tripping out, and like I said before, though, like. And pretty much what this video is, even though I talk about, what we do every day, which is kind of boring, I do also bring up the times that have the things that have to do with mental health, and how I try to help myself from overthinking or thinking bad things, and what I do to try to take my mind off of it. This is why animals are great. Well, I like dogs because dogs make you gotta walk them, you gotta take them, you gotta take care of them, you gotta feed them. You know what I'm saying? I like dogs because it keeps me busy, because I'm the type of person that likes to take care of others. And having these two dogs here, it's like, oh, I have two doggies to take care of, instead of like people who will manipulate or hurt me. You know what I mean? It's much better, because I've had a lot of people that just want me to be there to take care of them and help them and do stuff for them, and nothing in return. At least I get love and protection in return, and I get to experience cool stuff because we walk around and do things. This already came out too long, but we're gonna go into town. I'm gonna upload a bunch of videos. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys. I'm Mona. It's August 1st, and this is Sacred Geometry Universe, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.